Okay. Now, if you will please start at the beginning and just give me an idea of when was the first time you ever heard anything about Gary coming and wanting to get anything off of his chest? And can you just take it from there and just explain to us and try to picture being in that moment and how this unfolded?
Now, I don't know the exact date or year. I can't remember for sure. But his girlfriend Sue called and said that Gary was not doing well at all, and that he was having terrible dreams and wanted Uncle Howard to come down and see him. He had something to tell him. And I said, well, of course we'll come down. And we took our daughter Cindy with us, and we went down. And we went in and saw Gary and just said a few words with him. And then I left because I knew that he really wanted to talk with Howard. So I went out in the kitchen, and his girlfriend Sue was there, and 2 or 3 other friends of theirs.
And where was this? Where was this?
This was at the, well, I've got the address put away here, but it's in Manchester, New Hampshire, and it was for the disabled living. And he definitely needed that because he was a paraplegic. And so we visited out in the kitchen, and after a while Cindy joined us, and when we got ready to leave, we got in the car, and Howard was telling me what Gary wanted to see him about. And it seems that Cindy had heard a couple things, but she'll tell you that herself. And he said, I've done a terrible thing, and I'm going to hell. And Sue had told me out in the kitchen that they had the priest come to visit him, because Gary didn't have a minister of his own. She was Catholic, evidently, and she had the priest come for him. And Howard said, you know, I couldn't imagine he'd done anything that wrong. And so he said, well, Gary, what is it that you've done? And he said, I took part in a killing. And Howard said, you what? And he said, maybe you heard about it. He says that was that nurse over on 89 or 91, and it was at the rest area. And he said, there's 3 guys. And he gave Howard the names of the 3 guys. And he said, they took me with them. And he said, they did. They cut her with a knife, stabbed her, and killed her. And